When BASIRAT was just 19 years old, she was living on the streets of Nigeria after having lost her whole family.
Then she met her husband and they had 2 beautiful boys together. Sadly, life did not get any easier.
BASIRAT and her family shared a room with her husband's brother, and they suffered terrible abuse at his hands.
The family's home life was a nightmare, but there were dangers outside too. Her first child, Abdullah, couldn't walk or talk properly. Many people thought he was evil, so much so that when he was just 2 years old, he was kidnapped.
Abdullah was found alive, abandoned in the bushes 3 days later. His little legs had been slashed with razor blades. BASIRAT said, "I think he must have had something important to do in life to have survived." The violence at home continued. Her brother-in-law was beating the children. Sometimes he'd punch her on the head. One day he burnt BASIRAT's son's leg with an iron.
When she saw, she shouted at him to stop, and he poured boiling hot tea all over her body.
It was the most cruel, vicious attack, but incredibly, it gave the family a way out. BASIRAT went to the hospital and told someone everything. They helped her to escape to the UK.
Although BASIRAT's story is heartbreaking, she has not been met with compassion when trying to claim asylum. Even though she is still receiving death threats from her brother-in-law, even though she believes her disabled son would be in danger in Nigeria, she's been refused asylum twice.
It seems as if every door has been slammed in the family's face, all except one, Refugee Action. Thanks to their support, they have been able to help the family move from a damp, cold, overcrowded room to a place of their own. Life is changing for the better for the 13-year-old Abdullah. After years of being told he was lazy by doctors back home, he finally has a diagnosis. He has cerebral palsy and is being treated. Both boys are at school.
BASIRAT is so proud of her sons. She said, "They are so lovely. They have won so many awards at school. Abdullah is a role model. Everybody loves him, unlike back home."
After all the torment and torture he has suffered, Abdullah has found some happiness. But it could all still be snatched away by a system that tries to reject refugees who flee here, without so much as a fair hearing. The system is inhumane. It has to change.
If you're moved by BASIRAT's story, there is something you can do. You can fight back. Join us in fighting for the UK. We believe in a compassionate UK that has a proud tradition of welcoming refugees.